G'day guys, ZiggyD here. You haven't seen too much of me over the past couple days on YouTube in the Path of Exile front, and that's because I've been no-lifing the 2-week hardcore race event. I've been going pretty hard, so I haven't really had too much time to make some videos. But I thought I'd catch you guys up here with some of the things that have happened so far, and it has been for me a very eventful 2-week race. I think it has been for most people. We've seen lots of deaths, lots of awesome moments, and lots of back and forth between the competition. It's actually, I think, been one of the better races that ZiggyD have run. So a big turnaround from the initial kind of announcement and people's disappointment with just a Perandus race. We now have this flashback race with all these different events going on, all these different mods happening, and lots and lots of death and destruction. So I started out with a Lightning Arrow Ranger. I had the intention of starting Lightning Arrow Ranger and picking the class that I thought would give me the best shot out of Demis. So I had a good setup for Raider, I had a good setup for Pathfinder, and a good setup for Deadeye. 3 classes that are not also super high in competition as well, so pretty good shot there. And leveling was alright. It was pretty rough. The warbands plus Perandus mobs were difficult encounters, and I guess that's a good segue here into my first death. Let's take a look. Whoa, fuck! Oh, shit! The ball lightning fuckers. Oh my god. I just got destroyed by the ball lightnings, man. Oh, what was my lightning res? Yeah, my lightning res was really low. Fuck, man. Oh. I thought I'll blind up, Poacher's Mark, and I'll just face tank the Exile, and the Warlords guys all died on top of me. I didn't even see it, right? They're all stacked on top of each other. Fuck. I didn't really want to die today. Not really, if you think about it. So that was just a pretty silly death. I was pushing really hard and didn't really take time to, you know, sort my gear out and get my resistances sorted. Usually after you've been racing a lot and leveling a lot, you know where the certain damage types are that you need to watch out for, right? I had 20% lightning res, and I knew that I didn't really need to sort that until I got to Chamber of Sins, and even then Chamber of Sins is pretty easy these days on lightning res, so I wasn't too worried about the 20% lightning res. But I didn't factor into play the lightning warbands that I encountered. I killed 3 on top of me. They each unleash their little ball lightning that sits around for a second or two and does a whole bunch of lightning damage, and those 3 stacked up on top of me while I was mid-attack with Blast Rain, kind of locked into that animation, and I just got shredded. But back on the horse straight away. That's the way you gotta play it, and even dying in the first couple days of a 2-week race like this, you can easily make a comeback, so we got back on it. Now I have to come up with another name. Fuck, that's the worst part of this. That's the worst part about dying, man. ZiggyD plays it safe. As a reminder, I'm reminding myself, ZiggyD plays it safe. Alright, off we go again. Second time's a charm. Don't! What the fuck? Oh my god. Alright, come on. I didn't play it safe. Ah. Well, I'll change that to 3rd time lucky then. To add insult to injury, we had that little thing happen. Let's not talk of this again. So we re-roll again, back on the horse once more. Now my 3rd Lightning Arrow Ranger went much better, and we got all the way into Merciless Act 4 endgame. Just got to endgame, you know, we're just ready to sink into some Dried Lake farming, and this happened. Oh, another humility. Hey, maybe I should get a Tabula. We're well on our way. Getting the early 6-link makes a big difference. Especially for an early build. Oh, sorry. Archie? Jesus. The fuck, man? Where was my freeze dispel flask? Where was my... I have 2 freeze dispel flasks and I had neither of them. Ah, sigh. Jesus, man. I think there was a course. I think it was a freeze caustic arrow box. Sorry, Archie. Jesus. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I like look away at something Archie. I think I like bumped Archie or something. I think I like kicked Archie, I looked away at him, and clicked it right then. And it was freeze caustic, so... And I don't have any flasks up at the moment, so when I do it, Jesus. Oh man, distracted at the exact right time and clicked the lockbox without realizing. And it happened to be the worst possible lockbox to have clicked as well. Fuck. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. You guys know I do pretty well with dying in hardcore usually, but that was a tough one, man. That was a tough one. So I'll have to figure out what I want to do. So what happened with that death was I had accidentally spooked my dog Archie, who was sitting at my feet. You see me kind of like look away, like concerned about him because he got jump scared by my foot moving. So and right when that happened, it was the worst possible timing. I clicked the lockbox without looking. I didn't intend to click the lockbox, and you know, YOLOing lockboxes that are unidentified is okay if you have a utility flask that dispels freeze, you know where the corpses are, you're prepared for detonate dead, you know, you're prepared for all of the things that could go wrong. But when you don't intend to click the lockbox and you don't have any of those flasks up, I had 2 freeze dispels flasks, my quartz flask and one of my life flasks, and both were empty when I clicked this. I basically had no flasks when I clicked this lockbox. And I didn't know that because I didn't intend to click the lockbox, right? You usually check before you click. But so I accidentally clicked the lockbox, tried to hit my dispel flask because I saw that I was frozen, and then, you know, realized, oh, I actually have no flask, went to log out. Before that happened, Caustic Arrow went off and shredded me. Caustic Arrow is exceptionally dangerous, definitely. That's been highlighted a few times in through recent deaths, and that massive initial hit of chaos damage followed by a very powerful degen was enough to shred me. I took like half my life from the initial explosion, and then the rest of it just went before I could even hit that logout. So that was a pretty tough death, actually. You guys know I do pretty well with deaths, right? Usually I find them very entertaining and all that, and you know, you just kind of laugh it off. But I just got into endgame, and I was like, I really wanted to compete in this race, and to die just getting to endgame to something just like a silly accident basically was rough. So I took a couple hours to kind of like regroup, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to re-roll at that point, but I took a couple hours and I thought, alright, so initially before this race, before I decided to go LA Ranger, I was tinkering with the idea of doing a Summon Raging Spirits character. I wasn't really sure if it would be that good. I got on Angry's stream and asked him, you know, how do SRS do against Perandus mobs? And he was like, actually pretty good, they do pretty well. And I was like, you know what, I think I'll re-roll in the race again. We won't worry about the Demi's race too much. I'll just have some fun, man. I'll roll a character that I'm gonna have a lot of fun with. So I rolled a Necromancer Witch because my original plan was to play like a Templar Guardian so that I could have an easier shot at Demi because there's almost no competition for Guardian. So I jump on and do a Summoner as that, but I thought, we're just gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna play Necromancer, it's so much better for doing an SRS build. You got that flesh offering affecting yourself, it's so good. And so I re-rolled and I went Summon Raging Spirits at 24 using Reverberation Rod, which gives you Echo. And so I went Spark before that, Spark, Fire Trap, Orb of Storms into 24 Summon Raging Spirits Zombies, and I was blown away. It's so good to level with now. Leveling Summoner as like an SRS Summoner is beautiful. So I had a lot of fun. It was going really fast and I was getting better and better and better. I'm like, you know what, I'm just having a lot of fun with this, not really with the intention of competing, but I was climbing the ranks. I was getting closer and closer, you know? And then I was, I was like, actually, hey, I actually have a shot at the top 100 of my class here. And I'm like, maybe we'll push this a bit more. And then I had this particular nice moment here, which even solidified my confidence in being able to compete, because obviously my economy in the league and your finances are very important to funding your mapping and your gear and all that sort of stuff. This build was really cheap, right? It costs like nothing. And then on top of that, I had a very nice windfall thanks to a classic Brodero action. So check it out. Well, you want to run Clarity? Oh, I just use an Arthos. Because I might have Matter and Reserve. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, there's like 2 online. There's 2 here, man. 7 Exalts. Fuck. Have a chisel for good luck. Freaking Brodero driving a hard price, man. Though it's sick of profits, man. There we go. All right, man. Let's get this sucker back in our hideout. So I got the Voltaxic. I had to do some coin trading, inviting people to my friends list and inviting them to my hideout without getting into my party because I didn't want to get scammed with the Voltaxic. I eventually managed to get it. It was a tense kind of like 10 minutes trying to get the coins together, not wanting the instance to disappear. People were like, there's server problems, the server's gonna crash, you're gonna lose your Voltaxic. I'm freaking out. Finally get the Voltaxic, and Voltaxics are in super high demand in this race. So many like lightning arrow characters, so many spark characters. Everyone wants a Voltaxic, man. So I spent about an exalt getting it in coins, and I ended up selling that for 88C, which is about like 3.5 exalts in the current race. I missed the opportunity just slightly to sell it for a bit more. I could have sold it for maybe like 5 exalts or something a little bit before if I had have what I kind of speculated, right? Like I was like, they were selling for like 6 to 7 exalts, and I was like, all right, mine's really well rolled. I'll put it up for like the 7 exalts. And instead of undercutting, and I was like, this guy's other one for 6.5 will sell, and then mine will sell. And I was like, just hoping that a bunch of Voltaxics don't drop, right? But what happens sometimes when you speculate? Well, a bunch of Voltaxics dropped. In fact, someone got like a perfectly rolled one. So the prices on Voltaxics went down heavily, but I undercut and got the quick sale. Still made like 2.5 exalts profit. So I'm sitting at over 100 chaos now. Got plenty of funds. Don't need to spend almost anything on gear for this character. It's super cheap. So I can basically sink all of that into mapping. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 88. There we go. Well, we got some cash now, guys. Over 100C now. Good stuff. That was probably my biggest sale I've ever made then. Highest single chaos trade I've ever made, that's for sure. Pretty exciting! Enjoying the racing action. I like the trading in the new leagues, getting sick drops. First time I've gotten a particularly high value drop in a new league, so that's good, man. That's good. And then last night, we managed to get ourselves back into the top 25. I finished the night out at rank 18 Necromancer, so still a very good shot at demis, and I'm gonna keep it going because I'm really loving this character. And I mean, at this point, as if I keep up the pace that I've been going at, keep up the progression, you know, spend those funds wisely, then I'm gonna have a very good shot at demis, and I'll push it as hard as I can. I don't know about a number 1 or something, you know, at this point, but we'll push it as hard as we can, and we'll see how we go. I'm having a lot of fun in the race, like a lot of fun, and having that little rank display. I'll link that down in the description below so if you guys want to set that up for yourself. But having that little rank display, even just for your overall rank, even if you're not, you know, focusing on the class ranking, is a super motivator because you're playing fast and then you see the ranks go down and you're like, oh yeah. It's good. It's a good motivator. So I've been thoroughly enjoying it. So that's my race so far. Some pretty crushing deaths. Really, really rough start. First couple days, you know, basically not getting started in the race until day 3 because of these deaths. But, you know, with a really nice comeback underway, you know, I'm enjoying myself. So I'll keep you guys up to date on how things go. Fingers crossed I don't die. I'm gonna try and protect my investment in the near future. You know, I'm going to get acrobatics from a character. You know, I've got lots of life and mind over matter going on, and I'm gonna maybe consider running Bone Offering for extra safety. So we're gonna try and stay alive and keep pushing it, and we'll see how we go. But I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys for tuning in on Twitch and cheering me on. Make sure to hit up the Twitch channel if you haven't seen it before. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you guys soon. That's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.